No one saw this coming. The New York Yankees are finding their way without two of their biggest stars, as we are seeing multiple player leaps for this team that are going to have a massive impact on the New York Yankees roster, specifically their offense, something that is a dire need for this team right now, and we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as always. And guys, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe if you're part of that 69%. Nice. That's not subscribed to Yankees Digest. This is the place to be for all New York Yankees content. That all being said, let's jump into this. We have a lot to discuss. But real quick, guys, I'm super excited to announce that we are kicking off a March Madness bracket for the channel. We've partnered with the Hot Takes app and other Digest channels for this event. It's completely free to sign up. Just download the Hot Takes app, click the March Madness banner at the top, and then under groups, select the Digest Media Pool. This is really exciting as there's over $25,000 in prizes to be won. And since there's a much smaller pool of people participating, there's a real chance in winning big compared to other bracket challenges out there. Check out the link down below or scan the QR code to download the app, and make sure to use the promo code DIGEST in all caps to get exclusive perks when signing in. Again, it's completely free to sign up, and if you have any trouble, feel free to email us at the email down below, and we look forward to seeing you in the March Madness pool. Join the pool if you think you could beat me in March Madness, but I don't think so. Still do it anyway, please. But look, let's jump into this, guys. The New York Yankees, they obviously need a lot of offense, specifically considering looking at Giancarlo Stanton, it's not clear when he's going to come back. There's a real world where he misses the entire season and needs surgery on both of his elbows. On top of that, the Yankees have already lost enough offense with losing Juan Soto that this team would be in dire straits, needing some more offensive firepower, needing more power, needing more contact, just needing more bats in a general sense from either side of the plate. The Yankees are known to be looking for multiple different right-handed bats to help with this. JD Martinez is a name that keeps coming up, but it's also unclear because the Yankees would have to know if Giancarlo Stanton's out for the year, as if you sign Martinez, you have nowhere really to put him once Stanton comes back, which does make things a little bit hard to decipher. However, the New York Yankees have gotten a major boost in hitting, as when you look at Cody Bellinger, he looks like he's playing like that MVP that was on the Dodgers, as he has a 500 average in spring training with a 1.365 OPS and 5 extra base hits. Bellinger has been nothing short of phenomenal for the New York Yankees, and in spring training, in the 26 at-bats that he has 13 hits, 7 runs scored, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and as we know, the 500 average, the 519 on base percentage, and the OPS with the 1.365. The man has been phenomenal, definitely better than his prior season in the MLB by a lot, almost doubling his OPS in spring training compared to last regular season. And Bellinger, he didn't have a bad season last year. He was very fine. He was slightly above average as an offensive player, very above average as a defensive player, had a 2.2 WAR, 516 at-bats. He had 137 hits, which is a batting average of 266, which is solid, above his career average, actually. The home runs were down compared to usual, only hitting 18. I think he's going to climb to around 30 this season, especially if he bats second and gets some Aaron Judge protection. It still depends on where the Yankees are going to place Aaron Judge. That'll have a huge impact on things. I would like to see Bellinger bat right before Judge. I think it gives him a good base runner to have on for when Aaron Judge comes up to the plate. And also Bellinger with Judge protection is going to be able to not fully do what Juan Soto did, of course, but he will be able to replicate that. And I think he could get to 30 home runs next season for sure with the New York Yankees, especially playing for a team that he's wanted to be on. This really works out well for the Yankees. The man had a 751 OPS with a 111 OPS plus, so both of those a little bit above average as well. Solid slugging percentage, solid on base percentage as well. Look, Bellinger's a good base runner. He's a great fielder. He's been a solid hitter. He can return to MVP form, or somewhat like that MVP form. It's just a matter of finding his spots and finding where he's comfortable and getting him in a good spot in the batting order in order to really get his confidence back. Once he starts hitting with confidence again, the way that he's hitting in spring training, the sky's the limit for him. We've already seen this. He could be a 5-tool player. It's just a matter of him figuring that out and getting out of his head and getting back to that guy that he was not that long ago. And I do believe in Bellinger a lot to be able to getting to back that guy, to be able to be getting back to that guy, or at least sort of a variation of that guy. I don't expect him to be an MVP ever again, but I do expect a very good season out of Cody Bellinger, and I think he's going to turn a lot of heads of Yankee fans who are like happy with the acquisition of Cody Bellinger, but really, like, I think people are not realizing how big of a player this guy could be for the team. And now it's starting to come to fruition how important this guy really is to the New York Yankees and why this was such a phenomenal move to grab him. Now, on top of this, there's also Ben Rice, who has been balling out, has one of the best just sheer exit velocities of anyone in all of spring training. The man has been ripping the ball like there is no tomorrow. He's been balling out. He's got a higher exit velocity than Juan Soto does right now, which is nice to see. Ben Rice is showing some serious power in that bat. We're continuing to see this massive player leap with Ben Rice, which is absolutely huge for the New York Yankees. So much so that the Yankees hitting coach actually spoke out on this, saying, I love what I see. What I see is experience taking flight. We saw what he can do when he's going well, when he hit that 3-home run game. You learn from the times you're not really going well. You take that into the offseason and make some adjustments, which is the correct way to break this all down, I'd say, because Ben Rice, last year, obviously, he did not have a great season. His WAR was a negative .4. He had a 171 batting average, had an OPS of 613, which is not bad. It's just not great, obviously. As a rookie, it's fine. He's still figuring his way out. Had 7 home runs, but 3 of them were in the same game. And yeah, when he gets hot, he could be a really dangerous player. However, he could also get really cold, and he brought that into the offseason and is trying to adjust that. Now, honestly, Ben Rice's spring training has been kind of weird when he's making contact. The power is there, but he's struggling to make contact, and that is his numbers not looking very good. But there's a lot of fans calling for Ben Rice to be the DH of the New York Yankees, and it's understandable why that people want Ben Rice to DH for this team. I mean, he's a left-handed batter. The Yankees, they could never shy away from adding some lefties. I mean, it does become interesting because you look at the roster and it feels like Austin Wells is going to be leading the Yankees off, and then Aaron Judge, then Cody Bellinger, and then after that, you kind of have to figure it out. Goldschmidt could likely be the 4th batter with Jazz Chisholm at 5th, and then you're looking at Ben Rice probably in that 6-hole spot, and then you got guys like Anthony Volpe. If it's Oswaldo Cabrera, which it likely will be at third base, you got Cabrera there. So you got a few different pieces to work with. Obviously, on top of that, you also have to figure out where Jason Dominguez goes, and him being a switch hitter is going to be huge as well. So we are going to have to figure out the Yankees batting order for sure. The fact that they have 2 guys who are switch hitters and a few lefties as well makes it very interesting because they have a lot of versatility in this lineup, so they can switch the lineup around a lot. You just don't want to throw too many guys of the same, like, side, batting from the same side of the plate all in a row with each other, or then they're all just, because of that, lead to there being a separate row. Like, say you have a bunch of lefties at the top of the order. Say you decide to go Austin Wells at the 1 hole, and then Cody Bellinger second, so Judge can bat third. You got lefty, lefty, righty, and then you probably would have to go Goldschmidt. So you got lefty, lefty, righty, righty, instead of lefty, righty, lefty, righty, which the latter obviously makes more sense. So it's a matter of Aaron Boone figuring this all out and deciding what works the best for the Yankees. And then say you're going Jazz Chisholm at the 5 hole with the former, where it's you got 2 lefties, then 2 righties, and you got Jazz, and then where are you putting Dominguez, and where are you putting Volpe and Goldschmidt? Like, it becomes very difficult to navigate if you're not going the lefty-righty that Aaron Boone likes, and because he likes that, it's almost a mortal lock for Judge to be going back to batting second. I just like Aaron Judge at the 3 hole because of the season he just had. I think it's a good sign, given he also hit 62 home runs as the 2 hole hitter, so Aaron Judge will be fine. It's just a matter of, I think that they should put him where he wants to be. Also, hitting third and hitting second, it's not going to be too much of a difference, but it makes sense why they'd bat him second for sure with this lineup. It is what it is. Or you could bat, you could still lead off with Jason Dominguez, and then you could put Bellinger at the 2 hole because Dominguez is going to be back and forth, then Judge at the 3, Jazz or Goldschmidt at the 4. But even still, you're finding that weird lefty-righty of it all that you want to avoid. So I would expect Aaron Judge to be batting second and Cody Bellinger to be batting third with Austin Wells at the 1 hole, and then probably Paul Goldschmidt at the 4 on opening day. But we will be able to see the Yankees move this rotation around a lot, so we'll see what works the best, use his batting lineup, see what works the best. I'm excited to see this. I think Ben Rice is going to have a much better season. I think Cody Bellinger is going to really turn heads and be one of the best players in the Yankees this year. And the Yankees are going to be much better than people are thinking right now, at least inside the Yankee circles, where it's just DEFCON 1 right now. I think the Yankees are going to be fine. They're not that World Series team they were last year, but they're going to be good, and they still have a chance to get to the World Series. And if they can avoid the Dodgers, they could beat anyone. But guys, let me know what you think down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.